Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Shrigan here. Lately, I've been trying to learn a lot of new things, and one of them is Unreal Engine. I know I'm a bit late to the party, but hey, better late than never, right? I thought I would make a series of videos to share what I learned also, most importantly, keep myself accountable. And if there is someone out there who wants to keep them accountable themselves, join me on this journey. This is a small step towards a game I've been thinking about for a while. And I'm trying to start concepting many things, and one of them is trying to figure out what powers I would like to have in my game. So, this first devlog, if one can say, I'm going to try out a simple teleport skill. I had a specific idea about how the teleport should be working. So, to summarize in a short one liner, I would say it should be like pressing a button to activate the teleportation mode and then click somewhere to jump there. Simple enough, right? But I couldn't really find a tutorial that could exactly help me how to achieve this particular goal. So I ended up piecing things together from different sources and also ended up figuring out a lot on my own. Now that it works, I thought I would share how I did it. Alright, let's get into it. We are inside of Unreal Engine and we are inside the top-down template. I've selected top-down template because in my vision, my game is going to be a top-down. To start off with, we need an input action. Unreal Engine 5.4 and above, there is a concept called enhanced input actions, which actually translates to all the inputs that your character is going to have in the game. Before, it used to be inside of the project settings. Now you have to create your own input actions and add it to your character blueprint. So let's create an input action for our teleportation mode and also the actual teleport. We are going to go to the input option, input action, and we are going to name it IA teleport mode. Now that we have created the teleport mode, we also need an input action for the actual teleportation itself. So we are going to create another one, input action, IA teleport. We're going to open up the input action teleport mode and select the value type to be boolean, and we are going to select the trigger as pressed. Save, close. We are going to open the IA teleport, leave the value type as bool, and we are going to select the trigger as pressed and save it, close it. Now that we have created the input actions, we are going to assign them into the actual mapping of our controller. So let's go back into the input folder, and there is already an input mapping context default created inside of the template. So inside of the input map context, we are going to create two mappings. One is for our teleport mode. We are going to select the keyboard, and in your keyboard press the button T or the key of your choice. For the triggers, we are going to add one trigger, which is pressed. Now that's complete. Let's add another mapping and select our IA teleport and do the same. And instead of the keyboard, let's go to the drop down menu, select the mouse and right mouse button. This maps our right mouse button to the IA teleport input. And for the trigger, we are going to select the same, pressed. That concludes our input mapping context and we don't need it anymore, so we can go ahead and close it. Unless you want to change something in the future, we don't need it at the moment. Now, since we have created our input actions, we can jump right inside of our top-down character blueprint and start creating our teleportation power. So, to start off with, we are going to bring in our teleportation mode. For that, we are going to bring in our input enhanced action teleport mode inside of our character blueprint. There is few values: triggered, started, ongoing, cancelled, completed, action values, and so on. But we are going to use just the triggered. What triggers this teleport mode? It is going to be our button press T, right? So to create a condition, we are going to create a variable named is teleport active. And we are going to bring it inside of our blueprint. Set is input active and attach that trigger to our condition. When you create your variable is teleport active, select the category as Boolean and leave the default value as false. But when you bring in the set is teleport active node inside of your blueprint, you need to check this box so that the condition is active. This activates your teleport mode when you press the button T. Now that this is created, we need to create our input action where we actually do teleport to the place that you want by the click of your mouse button. So for that, the same procedures, but we are going to bring in IA teleport. When you trigger this input action, we are going to create a branch with a condition is teleport active. Why? This input action enables you to teleport only when the teleport mode is active. And hence we have created a branch with the condition is teleport active. So if it's true, is that if the teleport mode is indeed active, we are going to attach a node called teleport. Simple enough, right? Teleport. Where do we teleport? We need a location, right? And how do we get that data? In our game, we are selecting or clicking our mouse somewhere in the game to teleport to that particular location. So to get that data, we need to bring in our controller, which is our mouse data, and get the location of our cursor inside of the game and attach it to the destination location. So we are going to bring in our player controller, and then you're going to get a very special node called get hit results under cursor by channel. This gives data of our cursor location inside of the game. And how do we get that location from this node? We are going to break the hit result and drop down this particular break hit result node, and you can find the location inside of it. Now connect this location to the destination location. Now all of your cursor data is getting inputted into the teleport node. So when the mode is active and you click somewhere, you are going to teleport to that location where your mouse cursor is currently present. So now that we have built this basic setup, let's test it out in the game. Hit play and pressing T, and we are teleporting. Nice. Instant teleportation is active. But there is an issue. I'm not pressing the button T, but still the guy teleports. Because we are entering the teleportation mode, but we are never exiting the teleportation mode. So in my mind, this power is supposed to teleport once and turns off, so that you have to activate the teleportation power again after maybe a cooldown time, which I'm not adding in this tutorial, but still, that is the basic concept. After a while, you still get the capability to activate the teleportation mode again and teleport place of your choice. To achieve that, let's get back into the blueprint and fix something. So you're activating the teleportation mode and then clicking somewhere to teleport. But how do you stop yourself from teleporting again and again? We are going to add the same condition that we did in the start. We are going to bring in is teleport active, set is teleport active, and leave the condition false, because once we teleport, the condition is going to turn off and we are going to exit out of the teleportation mode. Now that we added this, let's compile and test it out. And I'm pressing T, we are teleporting, and we are not teleporting again. Let me press T, we teleport, and we are not teleporting again. So now that we have achieved that, it's a success. That's basically the teleportation mode when you click somewhere. But it is going to be hard for the players to identify where their cursor is going to click, for which a visual cue would be very helpful. So for the visual cue, we are going to create a decal. What is a decal? It's basically a poster in your game. So instead of going for the fancy stuff, I'm going to just add a decal and name it teleport marker. And inside of the teleport marker, which is our decal, if you double click it and see the box, this is your decal. And since it's huge, let's resize it to a small box. Yep, that should work. And put it in the character's feet, and select a material for the decal. It can be anything. I'm just going to do whatever a default material from the content browser, and I'm also going to turn on hidden in game so that it does not show up in the game without the teleportation mode active. Now let's get back into the event graph and the blueprint event graph of our character. We are going to use the same nodes that gave us the cursor data for our teleportation, and we are just going to copy paste it here, and we are going to use that. So before we bring in our decal, we can just simply, instead of dragging and dropping, we can simply bring in this special node called set world location teleport marker, which will in turn bring our teleport marker and the set world location, which is going to be connected from our breakage results, and we're going to connect it to the set world location and connect the condition to the input of set world location. That basically turns on the teleport marker when we press the button T. But at this moment, the teleport marker is set to be hidden in game. So we have to change the visibility of that. For that, we are going to branch off from this and set hidden in game teleport marker, and we're gonna just leave it at that because we are unhiding it and it should show up. Let's hit play and check it out. In the game, I'm pressing T and the decal shows up. I press the right mouse button and it teleports to the decal, and that
is happening, but in the decal, it's not following our cursor. Why is that? Because we are not telling it to follow the cursor every second. We are just spawning it once when we press the button T, and then it is just going to follow that distance from your character instead of your cursor. So how do we fix that? We fix that by bringing in the event tick node inside the blueprint event graph of your character and attaching it to your set world location. But before we go back into the game, try it out, we need to detach this hidden in game feature and connect it to our event tick so that every second it calculates our decal, which is hidden in the game, and unhiding it every second the teleport mode is active. How does this event tick identify if the teleport mode is active or not? By a condition, by the condition we already created is teleport active. And to add that condition in, we are going to use the branch again and put it in between event tick and set hidden in game node and set the condition is teleport active. This way, the hidden in game feature turns off and makes the decal visible in game based on the condition is teleport active, and it follows around our cursor in the world location. Let's hit play and test it out. We are in the game, the decal is not showing up. I press T, the decal shows up and follows my cursor, and I press the right mouse button, and we teleport there. But the decal does not go off after we teleport. It just sticks around and it just follows everywhere we go. Why is that? It's the same thing that we did before. When we teleported and we kept teleporting. Why? Because we didn't tell it to stop teleporting. Same thing we are going to do is that once we have done and the teleportation mode is deactivated, the set game should turn off. You're going to copy and paste it down here, connect it, and select the new hidden true, so that once the teleportation mode is done and you have teleported, your teleportation mode is deactivated and your decal is also goes back into the original hidden in game position. Let's compile and play the game and test it out. Pressing T, decal shows up. I'm pressing the right mouse button and the decal disappears. And this in entirety completes our testing for creating a teleportation power inside of Unreal Engine.
Rest assured that this same method can be used in a third person template or a first person template. You just have to tweak a few nodes here and there and you can achieve the same results. Please do leave a comment below if you were able to follow the tutorial and achieve the same results. Comment below that you were able to achieve it, and also do comment below if you find something difficult when you were following the vlog, and I will try to explain it more or correct it myself. And if you guys have a better method of doing the same thing, please do mention that as well in the comments, and I will read them to learn and better myself. After all, this devlog is for that purpose. This is the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and please do support this channel. We are going to test out more powers in the next few weeks, and I'm going to upload them regularly on Saturdays so you guys can watch, enjoy, and learn along with me. Let's make this journey a fun and knowledgeable one. See you guys next time. Have a great, great day.